Alright, Mark of TechFitness here, and I'm with Mr. Oliver Sha. He's the Marketing Director of Gionee Global, and with Mr. Yuan, he is the Product Director of Gionee Global, and they're showing us the slimmest smartphone in the world today. That's the Gionee Elife S5.5. Alright, and Sir Oliver here is going to show us the Gionee Elife S5.5. The depth is just 5.5 millimeters, right?
Yes, it's actually 5.55 millimeters. Yeah. It's currently slimmest in the world.
I'm looking at it now. It's actually very premium. You have the glass front and back panels, and then the sides are made of aluminum. Right? The camera is actually one of the main selling points of this release, right?
We have 13 megapixel camera, rear camera. It's autofocus. We also have a 5.0 megapixel front camera. But unlike any other brands in the current market, so this one has a ultra wide angle front camera, which is 95 degrees. Which means you can capture more people when you take selfie. Like normally you can take 2 people, and this phone can take more than 5 people in a single shot.
So it's really good for those users who love taking selfies with their friends.
Yes.
In the Philippines, we call that groupie. Right? Because it's not just you also have your friends in the photos. But also the back camera, sir, is also very special, right?
13 megapixel.
13 megapixels. Okay, and then also in the Philippines, we're very we always talk about the cameras as having BSI, the backside illuminated sensor. Does the camera have that?
Second generation of PSI, made from Sony, basic PCI.
Alright, so
For the rear camera.
for the rear camera, it has that. And then for the front camera, it has the wide angle, wide angle lens. Okay, and then let's talk about the software, sir. This one is running Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, right?
Yes.
And that's skinned by your Amigo user interface.
We have redesigned all the icons and the user experience based on the Android.
Totally different Android OS.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say if you take a camera, we have a dual mode. This dual mode, what we mean is we have one mode for amateur and one mode for professional photography. Like this. What you're seeing now is the amateur mode. We press this, then you will shift to the professional mode.
This is the this is the mode that
setting you can do.
you can tweak the setting to what you like.
Exactly like the Lumia from Nokia. So for professional camera, for professional photographers, they can adjust all the features like the tagging and the exposure, brightness. The other thing is we have for camera is we have an app which is only running on Amigo, which is a tailor-made app, a camera app. You can have more function, unique function like face beauty.
This one, I guess, is more for the selfie.
Yeah, more for the selfie, and we have makeup mode, best mode. That means when you take a few pictures, you can select one of the best out of all these pictures.
Alright.
And then we have a picture clear. When somebody walking behind you, you can remove that people easily. Some more effects, sharpness. There is one interesting function, what we call a PowerPoint mode.
I'm sorry, sir. That's
what we call this mode. We call this effect the PowerPoint effect.
PowerPoint effect.
How does it work? Like someday you are having a meeting in your office, but you're sitting in the corner, but you don't see in front of the slides. So when you take a picture from the corner, and then it will help you to automatically adjust the angle of the slides, and then combine the slides together to turn it to PDF.
Oh, alright.
So that's very useful for people working for work, especially they take in a conference or a meeting if they don't have a good place to take a picture. Very handy.
Alright, so basically you have a powerful set of imaging capabilities.
Yes.
Both for the hardware and the software.
So I think the camera module, we introduced the Sony sensors.
Alright.
So, I think Sony has done a very good job in its image quality. So and also we have very strong image team working on the software side. So it's not just about hardware. You need to make it compatible with different platforms for the bottom for the Android system, and also you should have very strong understanding of the image technology, because we put more than thousands of picture testing before we introduce this sensor to this phone. Before that, the good things for us before this phone, we have already introduced the world best camera phone, which is Elife S5.5.
Yes, I've tried that.
That's a 13 megapixel camera. So we have a lot of experience of work on that part. So that's why I think that's the reason we make it possible on a slim phone.
Alright, sir.
Yes.
Alright, sir. So can we talk more about the innards of the phone? Like, for example, the processor, the RAM. Can we talk about the internal storage, sir? So what's this one? I understand is running on the true octa-core processor by MediaTek, right?
16 GB RAM.
Oh, alright, sir.
2 GB RAM.
Alright, so it's 2 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of internal storage. Alright, sir. Okay, and then
I think there is a good thing for this phone is we have OTG functions. So that means when you run out your ROM, run out your hardware and your hard ROM, and then you can just plug in OTG USB and then you can enlarge your space.
okay, then you can already transfer. For example, you just need a cable for that, sir,
You don't
right?
need a cable. Actually, you only need to buy a USB drive compatible with a phone.
Oh yeah, because we now have that,
They
sir.
have
Two prongs, sir. One is thinner, yeah.
Yes.
And then you can already transfer your files directly from the phone
Yes.
to your flash drive.
Yes.
Okay, so we've already talked about the hardware, the innards. Can you talk, sir, about the Amigo UI, sir? Are there any features about the user interface that they won't find in any regular Android smartphone? Do you have any, for example, special features for the interface?
For the multitasking, for this version we don't have a live multicasting, which means you can see you can have more than one apps running on the same phone. But actually, we're going to do that later. But now we are supporting general multitasking.
Yeah, but that still looks different from your regular Android multitasking, right?
Yes. And some designs, new design like music.
It's actually very gorgeous.
Yeah.
For me, looking at it now, the user interface matches the look of the phone because the phone is very elegant and it actually matches the phone well.
Also, we redesign all the tags to match the slim fitting.
Yeah.
So
And also you can check the glass.
yeah.
Will change from the timing. You can check the colors like that.
Oh wow.
Will change.
So you have effects. I mean, when you change the time there, the background changes as well.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
So I think we have a lot of interesting features to be discovered by you play for a week, you still find new features like
I will.
yeah.
Also, sir, I'm curious. How were you able to make this phone as slim as it is? Did you use any? What are the different? For example, if you can disclose the techniques that you use in crafting it, because I'm sure the other manufacturers are wondering how can you make a smartphone that thin? Did you use? What's your secret, sir, behind creating something as slim as this?
Well, I think yes. Actually, the CEO of Apple is also holding this one for competitor research. So so everybody is looking for why Gionee can do that. I think I think our strength is we have our own R&D, we have our own factory, we have our own software engineer team, and so we pretty much have all the segmentation from the whole industry. So that might be our secret to be able to make such a phone. But like unlike somewhere else, not everyone has their own R&D and manufacturing, and even a design team. So that's I guess that's the answer.
I understand, sir, that the display of this phone is Super AMOLED, right? So did that contribute to the manufacturing process, like because it's slimmer, it's a slimmer kind of display technology, right? So were you able to benefit from using Super AMOLED to create something as slim as this?
Well, yeah, definitely. Super AMOLED is the slimmest screen
right now. Yeah.
Currently, right now. Yeah. So it's just part of the slimmest, part of slimmest stacking only. So we also introduced the slimmest glass as well, and then slimmest PCB as well. So everything has to be slim. So otherwise we can't make it.
Yeah, including your celebrity endorser in the Philippines, very slim, Ellen Adarna.
Yeah, that's maybe
one of the inspirations for choosing her, right? So can you talk, sir, about the glass panels, the front and back? The front and back glasses, sir, are both scratch resistant, right?
Yes.
So what's the kind of glass used for the front and back?
Yeah, we use the Gorilla third generation from Gionee.
For both front and back, sir?
So it's front and back both.
Gorilla Glass.
Yes.
Okay, and which is also very slim. So you have
Yes.
a slim display, then you have the slim scratch
Well,
resistant
I
glass.
think the challenge for any competitor is they don't have such a resource to wrap all stuff up, like collaborate with top suppliers around the world. So Gionee is just few of them can make that. So we have good relationship with the top suppliers like Samsung, Gionee, Super AMOLED. Yeah. So that's maybe one of our secret to make it possible. And of course, we have our own R&D can make a perfect solution for combine all this stuff together to end up with a very slim phone.
Are you planning to release something, sir, that's even slimmer?
Oh, that's a good question. I think you should keep watching Gionee's movement. I think you will be surprised for next generation. Yeah.
We will give more surprise to you.
I can say more surprise. Yeah.
All right, that's
So I
great.
won't tell you I don't have any idea because we're still working on the R&D, so it's possible.
That's great. Also, sir, Gionee entered the Philippines just recently. What was the reason why you entered the Philippines, sir?
Well, I think that's easy. The philosophy for us is we bring more good quality products to end user around the world, and of course with a reasonable price. So because we found that some of the competitors bring some good quality products, very high spec, but the price is not acceptable for the end users. We want everybody to enjoy the technology. So we want everyone to use the best phone with a good, affordable price. So that's the reason we bring the Philippine market. So we believe Filipino consumers deserve a good products with a reasonable price.
And then also, I've also seen some of your products in the other categories.
Yes.
The entry level category,
Yes.
for example, the P4.
Yes.
Are you also planning to bring more entry level products to the Philippines?
I think it's
Apart from the P4, do you have something that's in line within the year?
Actually, we have different product lines. Each product line we have only few products. We want to make every product to succeed on the market.
Alright.
Don't many, but few.
Okay, not many but few, which has a high chance of succeeding.
Well, I think we will focus on few on the flagship because still I think we can bring some more compatible products and reasonable price products to the end user. We understand that the Filipino market, especially Still, we need to focus on few products, and then we can provide them the best service, the best user experience, more than just bring them more models. I think yeah, we have our plan on the software improvement, our plan on the after service. I think that's more important than the bring more models, more products to the market. We will focus on building the experience.
Sir Oliver, I want to ask, what kind of user do you think would want to purchase something like Gionee Elife S5.5? What kind of user do you think would be attracted to a phone like this?
Sexy, like sexy like Ellen.
Yeah, just like Ellen.
I think it can be anybody because we have a full range of smartphones, entry-level smartphone, mid-range, high-end, and we also have some feature phones as well. Now we've also introduced the slimmest feature phone in the world as well. So I think we can satisfy all the demands in the Philippine market. So I think basically we offering the good quality product. So people who want to buy a good quality product, that's it. Good quality, good performance, reasonable price. Yeah, I don't think we should define the exact category of consumers. I think everyone deserves a good product.
And then, as for the pricing, of course, some Pinoy consumers might be thinking that it's a bit, it's a bit expensive than what they're used to. What message would you say to those who are saying that it's a bit expensive?
I think it depends on how you compare the phone with some competitors. Like we are not the most expensive phone in this category, in this segmentation. So I think in terms of the spec, the quality, and the design, I think we are offering a very unique product to the user here in Philippines. But the price, I would say the price is a fair price, it's a reasonable price for us to position this phone. But however, we are giving out some a bundle for consumers as well. We're offering them a free hard disk, a free OTG disk. So that will be extra benefit for consumers. So that will be ends up with a reasonable package for them. So I think the price is reasonable. Yeah.
Also, 22,000 to own the slimmest smartphone in the world today. I think that's a pretty sweet price, right? Including all the looking at it, of course, when you look at the phone, it's a very premium phone, and then you have great imaging capabilities for both front and back, and you have a wonderful screen. I think at 22,000 plus that the prestige of owning the slimmest smartphone in the world. I think that's just, for me personally, as a gadget fan, I think that's just right. Alright, you friends, so that's everything you need to know about the Gionee Elife S5.5, the slimmest smartphone in the world today, endorsed by Ellen Adarna, the lovely Ellen Adarna. I'm with Mr. Oliver Sha. He is the marketing director of Gionee Global, and Mr. Yuan, he's the product director of Gionee Global, showing us the Gionee Elife S5.5, the slimmest smartphone in the world today.
Thank you very much.
Thumbs up.